It's the second day of September 2025. It's already past 9 o'clock. I wanted to shoot this video earlier in the morning, but it was raining. I'm back at the rooftop garden here at Pongo, and rain has stopped. Let me find a nice and dry spot to record today's video. Chaos erupted in Indonesia after lawmakers increased their monthly housing allowances to $3,000, while minimum wage workers earn only $200 a month over there. Now, when critics demanded Parliament be dissolved, Member of the House Ahmad Saroni called them the stupidest people in the world. He must have thought that he was dealing with meek and obedient Singaporeans. But no, protesters ransacked Saroni's mansion, carrying away the now infamous Iron Man statue worth more than what most Indonesians can earn in years. A friend once postulated that I'm not as successful as an influencer as I ought to be because I'm not a young and nubile female. Instagram is the ideal platform for these characters because they don't have much to say, and that's where voyeurism meets exhibitionism. I'm not trying to preach here. I don't have an aversion to eye candy myself, but while some folks feast their eyes on the staff attractions on social media, they also enjoy moralizing when other people's dirty little secrets are exposed. Yes, I'm talking about that juicy episode involving that doctor in Kelantan who was caught with another man's wife in his BMW. The video went viral with invisible keyboard warriors and virtual moralists vilifying the doctor, coming up with memes like 小鸟依人, enjoying a rare opportunity to lecture someone with an IQ many times theirs. Now, there was an outpouring of sympathy for the cuckolded man, especially after he put up an emotive, self-pitying post on social media. So many people commiserated with him and felt his pain, but what he actually did was to make his wife's affair public, virtually dragging the adulterous couple into the stoning pit and let mob justice take over. The doctor wisely performed damage control, sought forgiveness from his wife, who publicly declared that she had forgiven him. The woman in that grey dress, however, had remained silent all this while. Meanwhile, maybe she doesn't even have a social media account. Anyway, 如果你看到我的影片的话，请跟我联系，我很想访问你，听听你的观点。Now, we can't hear her side of the story, but believe it or not, the moralists were up in arms, saying that the doctor's wife should not have forgiven him so easily, blah blah blah. I was thinking, who's the one destroying their marriage? 人家老婆都说不计较了，是谁在破坏别人的家庭？ Sadly, that's not the end of the story. Some keyboard warriors went all out to ruin the doctor's career. Someone leaked CC footage from the clinic and suggested that the doctor has been engaging in amorous activities inside the clinic with his nurses. Now, the reputation of the doctor hit a new low. The true nature of the moralists was also exposed as some of them flashed photos of the nurses and made everyone guess. Frankly, I was disgusted. Who is the immoral one here? The revengeful husband of that lady in the grey dress may have a feeble excuse to expose his wife's affair, but what business do these folks have judging other people whose sex lives have absolutely nothing to do with them? What if your daughter works in that clinic and, guilty or not, she's lined up for the judgment of keyboard warriors who live by a lofty code of ethics and morals that nobody can verify. Are the lives of these keyboard moralists so pathetically boring that they need to dig up other people's private lives for their own amusement? What is truly immoral, unethical, and evil in our society? It's how much damage you're causing others. Look at the truck driver who continued driving dangerously even after he had killed a professor from NUS. Where is his conscience? Why aren't people vilifying him? And he had the cheek to say that he's remorseful. Look at the Cambodian trolls who spread fake news and who are now celebrating the deadly floods in Thailand happening right now. Who are the immoral ones? Think about it. They are the guys who deserve to be whacked. Is there anything about this saga that I find funny? Well, as a matter of fact, yes. Someone claimed to have a video of the doctor and his nurse engaging in you know what. Many of these horny moralists paid him money to view it only to find out that it's a scam. They deserve it. Now let's come back to Singapore. An influencer by the name of Naomi Black told us about her rejecting a date when the guy wanted to have dinner with her at Lau Pa Sat. It instantly went viral. It was so pathetic, right? Why? Does it have anything to do with you? Why are so many losers who can't even get a date at Lau Pa Sat? Why are they calling her a gold digger and all sorts of funny names? It's her business. Is she being shallow and superficial? See how easy it is to call people names when you're not in the game. What puzzles me is, why can't these folks leave Naomi Black alone if they are truly not interested in her at all? Now, some of you may know that I'm a 60-year-old who is still climbing mountains and crossing 5,000-meter Himalayan passes on my holidays. Now, I ought to have millions of followers eager to learn from me how they can also do things that are totally age inappropriate. Instead, you see them following clueless bimbos and foul-mouthed Lao Abings, you know who he is, peddling expensive and useless health products on their live streams. If people were not as shallow as Naomi Black, why do so many of them follow people like her? Why do people even care about who she dates? Don't you have much more to gain following my channel and reading my books?